Hello and welcome to Chabot News for February 22nd, 2024. My name is Diana, and today in entertainment news, Cole will tell you about Usher receiving the Phoenix Award. And finally, we'll share our top 5 Netflix series. In sport news, Greg has the latest updates on a man arrested for stealing a Jackie Robinson statue. All that and more coming up in today's edition of Chabot News. Prices continue to rise in order to keep up with the ever-growing economy. Inflation codes show price increases eased off in January. The Consumer Price Index looked a collection of typical household goods and services and how their prices change over time. According to the first report of 2024, prices rose about 3% for the 12 months that ended in January. That's less than December and a big decline from last January when it was nearly 6.5%. On the business side, the Producer Price Index is also losing steam. Data like that has some economists feeling optimistic. More Americans are too, according to the Consumer Confidence Survey. On the flip side, prices are still historically high and consumer confidence still is not at pre-pandemic levels. Flight attendants are headed towards a series of strikes. Flight attendants held a demonstration at several airports in Southern California and dozens of others nationwide as part of a worldwide Flight Attendant Day of Action, demanding better pay and working conditions. Flight attendants are frustrated that pilots were able to receive wage increases, but on the other hand, flight attendants are still earning wages that haven't increased in years. They also argue that they haven't been rewarded for ensuring the safety of their passengers during the pandemic. Flight attendants are currently striking for better working contracts. There have been multiple organized theft-related crimes within the cities of Berkeley and Emerville. 2 men, Tyler Anthony Mims and Andre Deshaun Rayleigh, have been charged with multiple offenses including burglary, grand theft, and misdemeanor. It's been reported that they've stolen 50 Apple products valued at $49,230. The defendants were arraigned on February 14th. The defendants were charged on February 18th and will have preliminary hearing on February 28th. Warnings for BART station in the Bay Area regarding dangerous stunts of which a person rides on top of a moving train called train surfing. Some may say train surfing is becoming a popular trend on social media. At the BART station near Daly City, there have been reports of police activity shutting down the service for several hours. BART released some information claiming them to be an unidentified male was located near M1 track, milepost 14.6. The death had occurred on Sunday, February 11th, to which a family member of the surfer warns others to not attempt this dangerous stunt on social media platforms. Another similar incident had occurred in the recent months with a 19-year-old losing their life with the same stunt. We sent our reporter Christian Gonzalez out to ask Chabot students what they think of these new dangerous social media trends.
They're pretty stupid, and obviously people will get hurt, and most people should have common sense, but we all know that some kids are just kind of stupid.
I think most of them are just plain stupid, and I mean, some are cool if they don't harm people or they're not gonna harm yourself per se.
They're very mainstream, and I feel like they're very easy to get involved in.
It's getting a little intense because it's just becoming an excuse for people to act a fool or ignore consequences in the law just because they think, oh, it's fine, it's just a trend, it'll get brushed off because once people see how viral I go, nobody's gonna care. People will care, that's damage to property, that's lives lost, that's people endangered.
Thank you, Christian. These recurring issues of social media implementing dangerous ideas into children's heads continues to lead many parents and adults to stay cautious and concerned while their children use their phones. And now we pass it over to Cole for this week's look at entertainment news.
Usher Raymond's hometown of Atlanta is saying yeah to the R&B singer days after he performed at the Super Bowl halftime show. Usher was given the city's highest honor, the Phoenix Award, on Wednesday the 14th. The ceremony was held at the Atlanta Black Music and Entertainment Walk of Fame, which is located outside the city's Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Usher was inducted into its inaugural class in 2021, but Wednesday was the first time he had a chance to unveil his Walk of Fame emblem. The festivities didn't end there. He later attended a homecoming rally at Clark Atlanta University where he received a $25,000 donation from Amazon toward his Usher New Look Foundation. Usher is also celebrating the release of his new album, Coming Home. His Past, Present, Future tour kicks off in Atlanta later this fall. The singer's Super Bowl halftime show was a nationwide hit. We sent our reporter, Evan Neto, out onto campus to see whether or not students enjoyed his show.
Oh man, Usher did his thing. He's waited probably his whole life to do that. I don't know if you saw his interview back when he was first getting into the business, and he says, one day I'm going to do a show in Vegas, and he did. He turned it up.
It was pretty good. There was a lot of performance going on during the Super Bowl, and I really enjoyed it.
I liked the Usher halftime performance. I wasn't really too much of a fan of his beforehand, but afterwards I thought, damn, this guy has some pipes. And his voice wasn't too bad either.
I mean, I thought it was okay. He had some songs that, he's been around for a very long time, and he had some songs, and I mean, it was decent. Like, I didn't think it was going to be much of anything else. I mean, it's just a halftime show.
Thanks, Evan. Some people considered Usher's halftime show to be one of the best ones in the last several years. If you have ever wanted to experience life as a jet-setting assassin without the legal consequences, Nevada may be your next travel destination. The John Wick franchise is going from the big screen to the streets. A 12,000 square foot tourist attraction based on the movies is coming to the Area 15 campus in Las Vegas later this year. It will be an interactive experience. According to the official description, guests will be tasked with specific missions, playing out in unique ways with characters, mythology, and iconography from the Wick universe. The John Wick franchise includes 4 feature films and a hit television show, with a 5th movie scheduled to release this summer. Chabot News recommends that you do not bring your dog to this experience. And that's it for this week's entertainment. I'm Cole Wagner. Now back to you, Diana.
Thanks, Cole. A surprise guest brought stars to their feet Sunday at the British Academy Film and Television Arts Awards. Michael J. Fox appeared on stage to present the Best Film Award in London. The 62-year-old actor was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 1991 when he was just 29 years old. Fox became a huge star in the 80s for his starring role as Alex Keaton in the TV show Family Ties and as a Marty McFly in the Back to the Future films. On Sunday, the Emmy and Golden Globe winning actor used a wheelchair to come to the stage, but walked to the podium on his own to a standing ovation. Fox then awarded Oppenheimer as the year's best film. A documentary film about Fox was also up for an award at the event. Starbucks says it will start offering a pork-flavored coffee at its stores in China. To mark the Lunar New Year, Starbucks will release its, quote, abundant year savory latte. According to the company's app, the drink will have a braised pork flavor sauce with espresso and steamed milk, with extra pork sauce and pork breast meat for garnish. And that, quote, eating meat means prosperity in the coming year. The drink costs 68 yuan, or a little less than $10. According to one report, China is the biggest branded coffee shop market in the world, even ahead of the United States. Starbucks opened 785 stores there last year. And now, we'll hand it over to Greg for this week's look at sport news.
Police in Kansas are charging a man with crimes related to the theft and destruction of a bronze statue of Jackie Robinson. 45-year-old Ricky Alderette was already in jail on other charges. Now Wichita police say he stole the statue from a park last month. The statue honoring the civil rights icon and baseball Hall of Famer was paid for by a local Little League organization initially. Investigators thought the crime might have been racially motivated since Robinson was one of the first African American baseball players to integrate the major leagues. Now they say it appears Alderette just wanted to sell the bronze for scrap. One of his charges is for theft of a value more than $25,000. Police say 3 people were present during the theft, and they will make more arrests. Indianapolis hosted the 2024 NBA All-Star Game, and it led up to the game beginning last Sunday, February 18th. Events around the game were held in 3 separate venues, which means law enforcement had a lot of ground to cover. Jenny Runevich had details on how city leaders kept fans safe.
For All-Star Weekend, it's a full-court press on public safety. With 125,000 visitors expected downtown, the plan to protect them includes hundreds of police, prosecutors, firefighters working the mile square and neighborhoods beyond.
You're going to see officers on foot, on bikes, motorcycles, horses, ATVs, and in cars.
IMPD getting help from fire marshals for crowd management and capacity at all-star parties, and from civilian safety ambassadors on foot patrols from Monument Circle to Gamebridge Fieldhouse.
Serving as both a friendly face for hospitality touchpoints, as well as an extra set of eyes and ears for our public safety partners.
Police will have eyes in the skies, too. Hundreds of public safety cameras and B-Link business cameras watching for suspicious behavior. Real-time camera monitoring at the Fieldhouse. Plus, for the first time, drones will be out in full force looking for danger and any traffic trouble, too.
The use of drones is a new bit of technology, and the number of public safety cameras that we've invested in. We have more remote and virtual presence than we've ever had in the past, in partnership with our businesses and residents as well.
Police also warning fans, don't bring your own drone downtown. Airspace is restricted all weekend. It's because police say personal drones could compromise safety.
Drones are a threat. For the first time, we really have to deal with drone mitigation, and we have our drone mitigation team set up with our federal partners.
And as always, security plans include fans.
You all are our eyes and ears, so if you see something, say something.
All to make sure All-Star Weekend safety is a slam dunk.
Thank you, Jenny. Events kicked off last Thursday, February 16th, with the All-Star Game that was played on Sunday night, February 18th. The ending score was East 211 and West 186. The 2 teams scored 400 points combined, and plenty of police officers watched to make sure that everyone stayed safe and that all the events that occurred went as smooth as possible. That's all we have for this week's Look at Sports. I'm Greg Driscoll. Now back to you, Diana.
Thanks, Greg. Do you want to go to college but feel that it might be a little steep for you when trying to pay for classes? Don't worry, there are programs that can help. Mesa Trio's team on campus at Chabot is offering information on financial aid and few series on scholarships. The series have been conducted from the beginning of February. The next financial aid workshop will be held on Thursday, February 29th from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. in room 3902, so come check it out. Food will be available at the workshop, but you could always stop in for a drop-in visit until April 1st at the financial aid office, where they are more than willing to help. The hours are available on the Chabot College website. These sessions will help answer any questions you might have that can help you succeed in your college career. If you are interested in learning about subjects that range from math to biology and beyond, the STEAM Center is a place for you. The center is currently having their Spring Speaker Series that started in January and ends in May. The speaker series starts at noon in room 3902. You can even rent a calculator in the center while you are there. The center also offers internships that range from biology to computer science, scholarships, and a whole lot more. So, if you're interested in the world of STEM, check out the STEM Center. The counselors are there to help and inform you about this possible career you can be involved in. The STEM Center hours are available on the Chabot College website. The STEM Center is also a great place to get that dreaded homework done. All students are welcome. We have a new segment this week. India Richardson is here for this week's Top 5.
Thank you, Diana. Need something good to watch on Netflix? Here are our top 5 favorite shows to tune into. Starting with our number 5 is the Netflix series Wednesday. What we love most about this one is that it is a dark humor series about a girl named Wednesday Addams. Addams is attending Nevermore Academy, attempting to master her psychic abilities while thwarting a killing spree and solving the mystery that embroiled her parents 25 years ago. Next, for our number 4, we have Sabrina, a dark coming-of-age story that traffics in horror and the occult. In this reimagined origin story, Sabrina Spellman struggles with her dual nature of being half witch, half mortal, while fighting against evil forces. For number 3, we have Manifest, a series about when Montego Air Flight 828 landed safely after a turbulent but routine flight. But in the span of those few hours, the world had aged 5 years. Now, faced with the impossible, they're all given a second chance. But as their new realities become clear, we watch along as a deeper mystery unfolds. Coming in at number 2, Stranger Things, a horror science fiction drama for our gore fans. This series takes place in 1980s Indiana. A group of young friends witness a supernatural forces and secret government exploits. As they search for answers, the children unravel a series of extraordinary mysteries. Finally, we have our number 1, Griselda, the short series about the savvy and ambitious Colombian businesswoman, Griselda Blanco, and how she created one of the most profitable cartels in history. That's it for this week's Top 5. Thanks for tuning in. I'm India Richardson. Now, back to you, Diana.
Thank you, India, for that report on trending TV shows from Netflix. That's all for Chabot News this week. Thanks to all the students and staff in the Mass Communications Department here at Chabot College for making this production possible. You can watch us anytime online at youtube.com/ChabotTV. Stay tuned to KCTA Channel 27 on Comcast for more Chabot TV.